Tony Ryle.
Mr Speaker, on the evening of Wednesday the 28th of July, in the office of the Honourable Chris Carter, 3 leading members of the Labour opposition gathered with Mr Carter. And they were talking about when was the time to change the leader. When was the time to strike? So while Shane Jones and Ruth Dyson earlier in the afternoon had given speeches criticising this side of the House for a lack of leadership, they were a part, no doubt, of a group that was gathering on the evening of the 28th of July, or they were one of the 17 that Mr Carter now says those people were involved in. We need to know the answer. We need to know, were they 2 of the 17, or were they 1 or 2 of the 3 gathered in the office of the Honourable Chris Carter? Because this is a party opposite, riven with internal division. Riven with internal division. We see it every day in the House. Ruth Dyson and David Cunliffe sort of twittering to each other about the performance of their colleagues in the bench next to them. We see what they look. They don't really look up and look at Mr Goff when he asks any questions. They sort of twitter amongst each other about, well, that wasn't very good, or that didn't go anywhere. So who was it who was in that office on the 28th of July with Chris Carter? Look, and who are the 17? Who are the 17? But look, it's to be expected. Been there, done that. It's to be expected. 9 years of office, kicked out, unable to get traction, sort of stuck around 27, 28% in the polls, unable to get any traction anywhere, sort of grabbing every little win they could possibly get on anything. So of course they'd be gathering on the 28th of July in the evening in the office of Chris Carter to choose the date to strike. So who were those 3 people? I am sure he will tell us eventually. He'll tell the public. Who were the 17? Well, actually, I reckon we know who the 17 are, and speakers on this side of the House will no doubt put that across to members who are listening. But look, while the Labour Party is fixated on its own internal problems and how long the Goth King failed team can possibly survive, people who were last serving, first elected during the 1980s, whether or not they are the faces of the future, they can talk about all that, while on this side of the House we are focused on the things that matter to New Zealanders, on the real progress needed to keep New Zealand forward, getting New Zealand forward. And this month, tax cuts across the board to all good New Zealanders. The average wage earner will be almost $15 a week better off. The family on an average household income will be $25 a week better off. That's put money in the pockets of hard-working New Zealanders who deserve the chance to get ahead. And what's more, those New Zealanders who've served our country so well during their working lives and are now on superannuation are going to be $11 a week better off as a result, a married couple better off as a result of this government. And those older New Zealanders could be one of the 11% of older New Zealanders. The number of older New Zealanders getting elective surgeries grown by 11% in the last year under this government. We're providing more operations, faster emergency departments, faster cancer treatment, more kids being immunised, more people getting home support, more people getting the care that they need from a government that's determined to get best value for money. More New Zealanders getting their homes insulated.
How many?
Over 60,000 homes insulated under the government's home insulation scheme. More than that party ever imagined. More than that party ever imagined. More New Zealanders getting the benefits of the services of this government. And more importantly, more and more young kids getting the benefits of national standards in their schools. This is a government focused on the issues that matter and not the internal problems that started on the 28th of July in Mr Carter's office.
The Honourable Annette King.
Mr Speaker.